Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to anyone watching this video. Okay, my name is Zahra Najam binti Zulfa. So today I'll be focused on presenting on my assignment regarding writing worksheet activities. So before we begin our explaining on what activity will be in question, let's focus on the lesson information first. So the topic that I'll be focusing on, which is top unit 10 for form 3, which is that's entertainment. The focus of the lesson itself will be, of course, writing. And here's the content standard, which is writing 4.1, which is to communicate intelligibly through printing and digital media on a familiar topic. And the learning standard will be writing 4.1.5, which is to organize, sequence, and develop ideas within a short text on a familiar topic. So here's the objective of the lesson in question, which is to being able to write down an article based on one of the club activity events of the student choosing, and to being able to describe the event that happened when participating in the club event. So let's move on to procedures. Okay, right. So let's focus first on the pre-lesson first, which is student are presented with a picture, and they must guess either the word or vocabulary in this case, or sentences that match with the picture. So basically, they're shown a picture, and the student must guess the answer correctly based on what they are presented, either vocab words or sentences that match with the picture. So the activity itself consists of 10 pictures the student must guess. So let's move on to activity 1, which is matching the sentence to the picture. Okay, so students are divided into 3 students per group. So the whole class will be divided into groups, which includes 3 students per group. So each group are given a poster regarding 3 pictures regarding the club events that will be held, along with the empty blank space next to the pictures. So basically, there's a poster with 3 pictures, and each of the pictures will be including a blank space. No blue box will be showing up later on. Okay. So each of the group are given cards that have 1 sentence per card, which is related to one of the pictures. So the goal is to fill in the missing blank by matching all the cards to the corresponding pictures, basically by matching the sentences that related to the picture itself. So the student are given 10 minutes to finish the first task. So the goal is in recap, is to match the sentences on the cards given to them and match it with the correct picture on the poster. Okay, let's move on to activity 2, discussing idea to include in the article. So after matching the sentences in the picture, like matching the sentence to the picture, before they begin writing the article, the group first must discuss on what club activities they want to focus on and write an article on it. After they choose what club they want to focus on, they must discuss the idea. First, before discussing, they must write down their idea what they want to include in the article, and then discuss it with their group members on what idea to include in the article, what the idea they do not want to include in the article. So the student can explain on the environment of the club event they participate in, the atmosphere, the environment, or how the room based on the club event in question is decorated, their personal experiences participating in the club event, etc. As long as it is related to and the point they made is connected. So there's no disconnect in the point you're writing. So let's now focus on activity 3, which is writing an article. So after discussing what main point they want to include, what idea they want to include in the article, the student then must write down an article, of course, based on one of the club event of their choosing, and they must write down the event, their experiences, or what their view on the event itself, based on the idea they have. you have to discuss it. So they may use the poster given as a point in the article, and the article must at least include 5 reasons or point and per paragraph, and 1 explanation for each of the main point regarding the experience in the company. So basically, there are 5 main points they must include in the article. So 1 point have 5 paragraphs. So there will be 5 points per paragraph and 1 point, 1 explanation point that support and explain and expand upon the main point on the paragraph itself. Okay. So the group are given 30 minutes to write down the article. So the article must be at minimum 110 words and at maximum 180 words. So they are given 30 minutes to finish the article. Okay, now let's focus on the attachment 1 first. This will be focused on activity 1. So here's the attachment that I explained earlier in the first explaining the activity 1 in question. So here's the picture and here's the blank space, which is on the blue boxes here. And as you can see on the right, there's the card that include a sentence and they must match it as well. So the student must match the sentence to the corresponding picture. Okay, so this is for activity 3. This question is there's no right answer to it. This is more focusing on trying to give ideas to what they want to write in the article. So here example is what is your experience in one of the school activities. So this question here is to help the student to being able to make point on what they want to include in your article. So here's attachment 2, which is the answer scheme. Okay, as you can see, the club activity, you can see the answer on the blue boxes here as well. Okay, so here this is for the teachers to check on the answer. Okay, so here's the attachment 3 to the lesson plan question, which is the theme of work. So as you can see, it's focused on textbook on unit 10. And it is a writing lesson, of course, which focus on writing. And its theme is people and culture. And as I said earlier, it's unit 10 that focuses on, and that's entertainment, based on creative and innovation. And the grammar language focus will be grammar related. Okay, that is all from me. Thank you very much for listening to my explanation regarding my lesson procedure and lesson in writing activity, writing lesson. Hopefully my main point is able to get across, and hopefully I explain it in a clear way, and hopefully you understand it. That is all from me. Thank you very much for listening.